Hello everybody and welcome back to another week and another soap. Last week was the last in the celestial themed week, but each month I am going to be taking one of the fresh produce that is available and in season in the state of Maine and making a soap with it. So this soap is part of the June release and strawberries are becoming available at the end of June. So I'm going to make a strawberry themed soap. I'm starting as ever with my hot lye water and my oils, both of which are at about 100 degrees, and I'm mixing those together with my spatula and bringing them to emulsification. When I've got emulsification, I'm going to add some fresh strawberries. I'm adding about a pound of strawberries and I have pureed those in my blender to make sure they are completely smooth. There are no lumps in here at all. So I'm scraping all of that out. Now I have substituted some of the water in my lye water solution for some of these strawberries, so they will make up some of the liquid portion of my soap, and I'm stirring those in with my spatula. I'm adding some paprika, about a teaspoon and a half of that, and some rose clay to give me a nice strawberry type of colour. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some poppy seeds, and in the finished soap that's going to give the nice speckled look of the strawberry seeds and a little bit of exfoliation. I'm going to go ahead and use my stick blender to mix all of that up and bring the soap to a thick trace. This soap is going to be a plain base, so I can bring it to a fairly thick trace to pour it into my molds. And as you can see, the fresh strawberries that I put in, which were a nice vibrant pinkish red colour, pretty quickly turned to a tannish greeny brown colour. Before I put my soap into my mold, I'm going to add my essential oils, and I'm using a beautifully fresh fruity blend of bergamot, grapefruit and lemongrass essential oil. This is my favourite essential oil blend that I make in a soap. So I thought it was nice, fresh and fitting for this fruity option today. I'm going to go ahead and pour all of my soap into my two soap molds and fill them completely to the top. As I said, the base of this soap is plain, and then we're going to do some detailing on the top of this soap once it's fully cured. Now I want the top of this soap to resemble a strawberry, so instead of doing my usual texture on the top of the soap, I am creating a dent down the middle, and then I'm going to push the soap out to the sides to make the nice concave center of the strawberry, which I'm going to pipe on top of when this soap is set up. And here is a close-up look at the top of that soap. You can see the little black specks in this soap. Alright, the next day the soap has set up and I have unmolded it, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that on my multi-bar cutter. You can see all those little poppy seeds in there looking like those strawberry seeds in the fresh strawberries. And you can see that the strawberries haven't changed the colour of this soap in any way. It is time to pipe the leaves on top of the soap, and that's what's going to make this soap really come to life and look like a fresh strawberry sitting in the field. Now to create the piping on top of this soap, I am using the heat transfer method. So I have my hard oils in my red jug. I did soften them a little because they are very hard. And then I'm pouring my hot lye water solution, which is at about 210 degrees, into my bowl. And I let them sit to melt those hard oils fully. Then I'm going to add my liquid oils a little bit at a time and mix those in with my spatula and make sure there are no lumps left in this soap at all. I'm going to divide about a quarter of this soap off for the piping that I'm going to use on this strawberry soap and set the rest aside to use on a different project. Now the strawberry tops I am colouring with some spiralina, and I'm going to go ahead and add a fair bit of that so I get a nice dark green colour, and I'm going to mix that with my stick blender to bring that to a medium to thick trace so I can start piping. I am going to add a little bit of alfalfa into this blend. It's not going to change the colour too much, but I have found that it helps the spirulina stay green over a longer term. So I'm going to mix that in and bring that to as thick a trace as I can with my stick blender so that I don't have to wait very long before I can start piping on the leaves on the top of this soap. I'm going to be using a Wilton 70 piping tip for this soap, and that's one of the larger leaf tips. And I start out by squeezing a good amount on the top of the soap and letting it fall across the edge of the soap to create this leaf effect, and that is going to look like the top leaves of the strawberry. So I'm pulling it down from the top over the sides and trying to make sure it stays, and then I'm going to go back and fill in any little gaps that you can see in the top of the strawberry, so it's a nice leafy, lush, fresh strawberry look. I'm going to go ahead and pipe the rest of these bars, and you can see all of those leaves sitting nicely on this soap. I've made a lot of strawberry soaps over the years that I've been making soap, and a lot of them involve the strawberry mold and placing strawberries on top, but in this series of fresh produce soaps I wanted to really incorporate fresh strawberries into it and do something a little bit different, something that stands out from the strawberry soaps I've made before. So I decided to make a whole strawberry. I really love strawberry picking in the summer and taking my daughter strawberry picking. We probably eat as many as we pick, but there's nothing better than a nice fresh strawberry. And the colour on these soaps have darkened as they sat for a couple of days to a nice deep red strawberry colour. So I've finished up that piping, and here is a close look at that leafy top with the deep pink strawberry part and the poppy seed speckles of the strawberry seeds. So now that we've finished, I'm going to finish up by showing you some pictures of the fully cured soap. Just look at those leafy green tops with the deep red of the strawberry. You can see that that colour has really developed into a nice strawberry colour. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next Tuesday.